Yes, Daddy. Good morning, Daddy. Yes, Daddy. You see, anybody can say that in via artificial intelligence. It was all fake, and even when Festus Keyamo tweeted deepfake proof, it was a lie. But anybody can do what they can to deliver their principle in a competition like this. There is no how Peter Obi would have said that it is a religious war when his vice and some other major supporters are Muslims. It is all propaganda, and it is part of politics, until you debunk it with a good proof like this one. He never would have made such reckless statement in a multi-ethnic and multi-religious electoral process. The Labour Party family and the Obedience are like one big family, made up of Muslims, Christians, pagans, and other religions. They are all like family in the Obedient movement. He never said it was a religious war. In fact, he never had such phone conversation with the revered man of God, Bishop David Oyedepo, and the respected traditional ruler, Olofa of Offa in Kwara. It is malicious and mischievous, honestly.
Welcome to the age of artificial intelligence and emerging technology. Now let's have a sample of Obama's voice addressing Nigerians in 2015 before the presidential election. And that was the election that brought, or electoral process that brought Buhari. As at that time, Obama really spoke to Nigerians. But now, it's Obama speaking to the Yes Daddy issue, with the same natural voice describing everything as it were. I'm sure you must have seen this video of Obama in 2015.
Make it clear to their supporters that violence has no place in democratic elections, and that they will not incite, support, or engage in any kind of violence before, during, or after the votes are counted. I call on all Nigerians to peacefully express your views.
Obama in 2015 addressing Nigerians. We wouldn't want to go deeper than this. Let's just leave it at the surface. Alright?
But it was a dirty thing they did. Very dirty thing they did.
Was dirty. You're cloning a man's voice without his consent and you're using it to discredit him? On most radio stations across Nigeria, we recorded a good number of presenters who insisted that it would take Peter Obi a forensic proof to deny or debunk that fake AI-generated audio about religious war comment. Now, we are putting it to you that it's not and was never rocket science, okay? It's all make-believe. Regardless of who is saying it, it's pure propaganda from the pit of hell. Lies! But then again, let's get around this well. What is propaganda? It's actually an information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a political cause or point of view. Ask Google, ask Dictionary, Encyclopedia, and Britannica. They will do justice to this definition of propaganda. Now, prior to 25th of February presidential election, they tried the same game.
Starting from the polling unit through to the World Coalition Centers, and I just hope that we are going to have to find a way to rig the elections.
It's not enough. First of all, you give money to the state INEC.
Yeah.
You must also make sure that they don't use beavers.
Tiku Abubakar, I am with you on this one.
And you also supervise to make sure that we use the central bank.
They tried it with the PDP using Atiku, Okowa, and Tambuwal's AI-generated voices as if in a meeting, then brought the generated voices to Audacity software, treated it to get real closer to the then targeted characters, and then took it to Premiere Pro, where they added even background noise to make it look like an actual meeting at some God knows where. I'm getting at something, try get that, and you can hear this sample. Right, this is it. That's what they did. But I think as at that period, Atiku now debunked it. He said something like he never would make such statement. He never had such meetings. Yeah, but that one flew past by because we were all distracted with the upcoming election at the time. Remember, that was before 25th of February 2023 presidential election. Now, in Peter Obi and Pastor Oyedepo's case, the generated voice ran through Audacity. As usual, you don't have to really be a professional programmer for all this, because the artificial intelligence via ChatGPT and some other GPTs already have an easy way of triggering your AI minor code request. They generated these. Pick up samples of these men's voices from any public speech, which anyone can find anywhere because these men are always in the public space. Then they cloned it with the aid of the AI algorithm and then generated the voices and finally take it to softwares like Premiere Pro. Remember that. It's either Audition or Audacity, and then they bring, these are softwares, okay, and then finally bring it back to, that's after being generated by an AI, or then bring it back to like the likes of your Premiere Pro. Okay, now Premiere Pro, that's where the final nail was put to the coffin, with the effect that makes it sound real. This time around, they use sound effects plugins and presets to make it sound like some phone conversation. Do not forget that they started with a color tone, like this one. We generated this one. Look at that. Alright, just hold on. You get to the root of this whole goddamn thing and see how these people lied. Now, before you started hearing, yes, daddy, good morning, daddy, and all of that shit, which were all TTS, that's text to speech typed letters and sentences. Of course, any dumb can write a back and forth conversation, which will suit their evil, cheap blackmail. I mean, anybody's voice in this day and time of AI, artificial intelligence, anybody's voice can be cloned. Now, a national party could actually have people get paid, sit down in some situation room to cook something like this up.
When it's this malicious, it's evil.
And you will accuse a man, an innocent man, with this kind of religious war comment generated by you.
It is only but inhumane, wicked, and lost souls that will propagate such religious propaganda, using a cloned voice of an innocent man, in a sensitive, multi-religious nation like Nigeria. Not minding the adverse damage it may cause among her citizens if not well managed, that is extreme, regardless.
Welcome to the era of AI, artificial intelligence. But you mustn't pay people to use it maliciously against others for whatever political gains. Welcome once more to 2028.